scars we all still wear through the storm, through the fight, searching for hope in the dead of night. No more hiding, no more shame. Face the fire, call the name. Lessons learned, stories told. Rise again from the ashes cold. Tuesday Talk, light in the dark, where the broken find their spark. Tales of pain, but we still stand side by side, hand in hand. Tuesday Talk, light in the dark, where the broken find their spark. Tales of pain, but we still stand side by side, hand in hand. Shadows whisper, demons call, but we refuse to lose it all. Every fall, every tear, built the strength that brought us here. We are warriors, we are fire, turn the hurt into desire. Not alone, never lost, one more chance no matter the cost. Tuesday Talk, light in the dark, where the broken find their spark. Tales of pain, but we still stand side by side, hand in hand.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Veterans Day here, 2025, November 11th, right? Hey, let's move this camera a little bit. All right, so here we are, right? November 11th, 2025. Big weekend for Save 22. We were at 3 different national events this weekend with our motorsports program. Absolutely incredible coverage, incredible. Wow, I don't even know what words to use for it. We were visible. We were visible everywhere. As you saw on some of the scenes, we're down here at South Boston. We were over at Dunn, North Carolina with Lex Joon. We had a couple veterans with us, Andy and Nick, down at South Boston. We had the top fuel car, and unfortunately, I didn't get any media from Carson Brown this weekend with the ASA Stars Tour, but they were at Nashville. Again, just out raising the awareness, doing the things that we do, making ourselves available to have those conversations with people. And man, we are really, really thankful, grateful to have people in our corner that allow us to share our mission and our message to those who might be struggling. And we get to do it at events that we already are involved in, right? We love the motorsports, we love the golf, and we're able to go places that, we just never thought we would be there. And here we are. Thank you to them. Want to give a special shout out to my boy Ewok here. He's the first one on this morning. So Ewok, happy Veterans Day to you. Happy birthday yesterday. 250 years in the Marine Corps. You and your Leatherneck brothers have been a huge instrumental part of my life for the last probably 10 years. And I wouldn't be where I am if it hadn't been for you guys. So thank you very much for all you've done for me, my family, and the local veterans here in Ohio, Akron, Canton, Cleveland, Columbus with the Leathernecks. So thank you very much to all you guys for all you done. So you guys were out and about. You guys were making some some motorcycle rides yesterday. That's pretty funny because it was not fun yesterday weather-wise. It was probably 35 degrees. You guys were out on your motorcycles. I remember those days. I don't want to do it again, but you guys were out there doing it. And I'm going to see if I can't send Ewok an invite. And let's see if old Ewok will get on. He don't have to if he don't want to, but I'm going to go ahead and send him one just to see if maybe he'll join us in and talk a little bit about his experiences. So Ewok, I'm going to go ahead and send you the link. And if you want to hop on, brother, you hop on and I will put you in when you get here. How's that? That means a lot, brother, to all of us, your family. Yeah, you guys caught me at a time when I was really, really struggling, right? I was really having a hard time understanding what it meant to be a veteran, to go from a war fighter to a veteran. And, Travis Landchild, aka the Stick Vet, interviewed him a couple years ago. He's got this book. Why is that up there? Get off of there. From warrior to veteran, Travis Landchild. And in there it talks about, what happens, what we do, what we go through, based on his experiences and a warrior's credo that he heard or was taught to him by the elders of his tribe back in the day. And we have got some ginormous snowflakes falling right now. But check this out. Maybe you can see it. Maybe look, like, I swear I was just in 75-degree weather down there in Virginia, South Boston, Virginia. That was a heck of a trip. Katie, good morning. Hey, I'm out of cookies. We're going to have to get Katie to sponsor the show because Katie comes on every time, and Katie's always there, and she's always listening, and she always has something to say. So we absolutely love Katie joining us in this morning. Thank you. And Hutch is probably out on the road. Hutch, another Marine Corps veteran. Happy Veterans Day to you, man. Hope you're listening too. Special shout out to Bob and Mary. You guys know who you are. That would be my second family growing up. Bobby and I were crib mates. You saw a picture of Bobby. He hates when I call him Bobby because we're over 50. But we got to take Bob. I got to share some of my stuff with him at Daytona this year. His last name is Gamble, and the car that we were on, the nickname for him is Gamble Roulette. And Bobby got to see that, and I got to share some of that experience with him, and just a great experience. So a special shout out to Bob and Mary this morning for listening. Thanks for being there for me all them years, all them letters, all them phone calls. You guys were a huge part of my military service. So I think that's one thing I'd really like to talk about today is while the veteran is the one that gets the thanks, we're just the one that deploys, right? There's a family involved back home. There's friends involved back home. There's things that happen when we're gone that we can't control. We can't fix, and we just have to suck it up. And, I've said it before, and I'll probably say it 1,000 times more. When you're deployed in those areas with those guys and you go through those things and there's nothing that you can do, the only thing that you have is each other. And, Mike Moffitt and Jim Graves and Sam Philippi and Ken Pauley and Dave Prokop and, Bob Rice. Bob Rice passed away a few years ago. Kenny Calhoun. Man, I mean, there's so many guys that you could mention, right, that we've all been part of. We've all been deployed with. I deployed 12, 13 times. I don't remember. I did a lot with AWACS, and AWACS was gone and home, and I just stopped counting. I don't know where else to go with that, right? It's a family affair. It's not just us. I've said it for a long time that the family behind is the ones that have the hardest job, especially the spouses, right? The spouses have to deal with the house, the kids, the sports games, the homework, all those things. And they're the true heroes, right? We're just the ones that went and did a job. And you can thank me for my service, but you better include my family in that too, because they did a whole lot more than I did, in my opinion. So, let's see if anybody wants to join on here. We'll go ahead and put the join link in the in the comments here. So if anybody wants to jump on, we'll get you to come on, share your story, share your inspirations. You never know who you're going to affect today, right? You never know who you're going to influence. You never know who you're going to have an effect on. Yeah, so let's talk about this weekend, shall we? We had 3 motorsports events this weekend: South Boston, Virginia, Dunn, North Carolina, and Nashville with Carson Brown and the ASA Motorsports Tour. So, our motorsports program has absolutely taken off, and it's happened simply because we started showing up, right? And when people asked us to be places, we went, and that's the message, right? That's the message that we want to give you: is keep showing up, keep putting in the work, keep doing what you're doing, and don't forget to take a step back and zoom out and understand that, you know what, man, you might be a real badass, but everybody has a tipping point, and it's okay, right? It's okay. So come out, have some fun, share some times with us. You see in the pictures, I wanted to show this. That's me and a NASCAR driver just hanging out in the pits, right? And then, here we are on the pit road waiting for the race to start, and we're watching a live pit stop next, or you're down at the IHRA race and there's Lex and Gerda, and they're towing the vehicle up to the starting line. It's called the staging lanes in the IHRA, and we're hanging out on the staging lanes with these guys, and we get to see so many other professional drivers and team members. Here we are down in the winner's circle with me and Andy and Nick at the Crush 250 down at South Boston Speedway. We got out, and Andy's a Marine, and Nick's a former Navy Seabee, and yeah, he did that on choice, right? That was his decision to go be a Seabee. That was one of the conversations this weekend, right? Here's WardBurton, and we were telling stories, and he was talking about growing up racing at South Boston and how the concrete wall didn't used to be there, and only the way Ward can tell a story, he's talking about cutting that corner off and winning a race. And he got to share these things with veterans, and he absolutely loves our veterans. And my first picture with WardBurton didn't come until the end of the event. We were just happy to be together, to be there, to share the experience, to raise the awareness of how land conservation can be impactful for the entire community and the entire nation. And very happy to have been able to support WardBurton and the Wildlife Foundation. We got to hang out with Ward and Jeb and Jeff, and even got to meet Mr. Burton, John E. Burton, the patriarch of the family. What an incredible man to just walk over and say, hey, I wanted to say thank you for you guys being here. I didn't have to introduce myself at all. He knew who we were, and that was really a humbling experience. So thank you to the WardBurton Wildlife Foundation, Ward and Jeb, for taking the time that they took this weekend. I know that they were busy. Ward must have said it 100 times to us. I'm still running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Too much to do, not enough time to do it. Just a great event, great family. I hope we get to do it again. We're going to talk real quick, I think, about Ward and Jeb. Ward and Jeb and the WardBurton Wildlife Foundation have offered to take 2 veterans on a 3-day hunting trip down on the Burton's private property this year. We are going to start that initiative tomorrow. Today's initiative, the end of it, we have the Coastal Carolina chairs that are up for auction giveaway. I don't remember what we're doing with it, but that's going to end tonight. Facebook Live, 7:00, I believe it is. We're going to be giving away those chairs, and then tomorrow we're going to roll into the initiative for the hunting trip. Sorry, I'm getting bombarded with some notifications right now. Katie Hutchinson says, I grew up watching NASCAR. It is always so awesome watching where you go and who you get to meet. Hey, it's not just me, honey. It's everybody we take. And I thank you for that. It all started because Albert Wooden called me up and said, hey, go do this event out at Mid-Ohio. And the next thing you know, I was hooked. And now we get to take, Hey, Bill Ladd from Thailand. No way. My boy Bill. Bill was a Navy guy. He was also an FAA guy. We started our FAA careers together back in 2005, Bill, 2005, I think, and going from there. So, hey, Bill, thanks for joining us from Thailand. I have no idea what time it is over there. I think it's late afternoon, early evening. How can I turn off all of these notifications coming in through the computer? How do we do that? Anybody know? Help me out. I'm on a Mac, really trying to get this thing worked out here so I stop getting interrupted, but we don't know. All right, my daughter just called me her hero, so hold on a minute. I take that. My pregnant daughter, who's going through the emotional whirlwind of being pregnant. So, yeah, 2005, Bill. Yeah, we did. What an experience, huh? What an experience we got to do. 12 hours out, so it's 10 o'clock at night over there. So thanks for being awake. Thanks for tuning in. We are now an international show, so that's pretty cool. Thanks for making that happen, Bill. Really, really appreciate that. So, hey, let's talk about South Boston and the setup that we had down there real quick. And you see, we just had a single canopy, a table. We only took donations this week. We didn't really sell any merch. We just took the donations and handed out some stuff and had some really incredible conversations. One from a Vietnam veteran that really sticks out. He attempted suicide in 1989. So 35 years ago, and he's just now able to talk about it. So really an impactful weekend. We had about 23, 24 conversations with people. We gave away 25 tickets to the locals. Really happy that we were able to do that. I walked around in the parking lot as people were coming up, asked if they were a veteran, asked if they had tickets yet, and just started handing out tickets. And what an impactful day for not only myself, but for Safe 22 veterans and everybody that came out. Nick and Andy said they had an absolute fantastic weekend. Maybe they'll be able to join us. They both do work. Obviously, I'm retired. This is my gig now. Maybe we'll get them on and talk about their experiences at some point in the future. Congratulations to Carson Brown. Carson Brown pulled in the Rookie of the Year awards for the ASA Stars National Tour. Wrapped it up down in Nashville this weekend. Qualified fifth, I think it was, and ended up finishing second in that race. So great job all around with Anthony Campy Racing and Save 22 Veterans, Ebb Logistics, Pay Cafe, all those guys that really help him out and make that project work. That kid's going places, man. He is really a great driver. He has a phenomenal head on his shoulders, and he is a great ambassador for Save 22 and the motorsports world. We're going to talk to them shortly in the next couple of weeks because they've started an initiative with Pepperjack Farms Kennels. Pepperjack Kennels, sorry if I got that wrong. And they're raising money and awareness for a service dog to give a service dog to a worthy veteran at the end. I think it's September of next year. We're going to be handing that dog over to that family, that veteran. So rumor has it there might be 4 service dogs involved in this initiative. Man, if we could do that, that would be incredible. So go check out Carson Brown Motorsports on all your socials. There's a link to the initiative there. You can join it. Facebook is the big one, right? Obviously, for me, I don't do any of the other stuff. I tried. I don't like it. I'll stick with the Facebook stuff, and we'll do the YouTube live stuff here. So, we're going to announce that service dog initiative here shortly. Probably next week after, we'll get it going here on the YouTube channel and go from there. And finally, one more motorsports update, guys. We got to talk about Lex Joon and the Lex Joon Never Quit Nitro Army. They were down at Dunn, North Carolina this weekend. What a phenomenal weekend. We want to give our thoughts and prayers to Doug Foley. Doug was involved in a qualifying accident. My understanding is he broke both of his arms. So, Doug, wish you a speedy recovery, and we'll hope to see you around the pits in 2026. yeah, so Lex got out there, ran a great qualifying run. He was a number one qualifier for a minute. I think Scott Palmer ended up taking that in Q2 with a 3.0. We had a 3.1. They made it through eliminations, made it all the way to the final round. And unfortunately, it wasn't there for us, but we got to take, and I want to say it was a half a dozen veterans got a first-time VIP experience right there in the pits with Lex and the entire team, Jesse Freeman, Reese. Gosh, man, there's so many people to thank. Gerda, Lex, gosh, the bearded wonder running the clutches. Really love having him around. So, kudos to those guys and the entire team for a fantastic 2025. Really excited for what 2026 is going to bring. And hey, guys, on that note, this stuff's not cheap. It's not free. Let's put it that way. We are definitely getting a phenomenal discount on the things that we do, but it is not free. So if you can, hey, give us a shout out, give us a help, shoot us a donation if you can. Every little bit helps. Excuse me. You can reach us right here at save22.vet. 1-833-I-SAVE-22 and get a hold of us on there. Where did my QR code go? I know I had a QR code. There it is. We're going to throw that QR code up right there. Over 90% of our donations go directly to support our therapy programs. And that's because we don't have a brick and mortar building, right? Our overhead and our admin costs are very, very low because we do most of our things through our homes as volunteers. None of us get paid. We are volunteers. We travel sometimes on our own dime to these events. So if you can, click on that link down there and help us out. I think we can do it right through here. Nope, can't do it. So we're going to leave that up for just a minute. Hopefully you guys can like and share and subscribe. I don't know where all those buttons go right there. But yeah, there we are with our QR code. So we are live on multiple platforms. I don't know how that's going because I can't monitor them all at once. But hey, if you find us on your socials, give us a like, give us a follow, tag us, share us. Let's go from there. See where all that goes. Bill Ladd, Katie Hudson, and Ewok. All right. Thanks for joining us today. Katie, what are you cooking today? What are we making up? Are we doing sourdough or are we doing chocolate chip cookies? And Bill, what's that? There was a food you made for us when we were down in Oklahoma City, and I can't remember what it was. It was a Thai food. I want to say it was some sort of meat that wasn't really cooked. I think you used lime juice or lemon juice or something to cook it. There's a name for it. Bill, if you'd like to, man, I'd really appreciate it if you jump on, click that link up in the chat comments there on YouTube. Join us for just 5-10 minutes. Talk about your experiences, how things like that. Yeah. What else is going on, people? Somebody help me out here. Let's get some stuff on here. Let's get some conversations happening, shall we? Who wants to do what, where, when, and with who for how many Twinkies? What are we doing? Well, I think my mom's on. My mom's on. Maybe my daughters are on. Who knows? Hey, yeah, let's talk about that real quick. Tiffany completed her 3rd year with the Air Force Thunderbirds. They did their family day. Family show last week. Her last 6 shows, I believe, were canceled due to the government shutdown. Good news on that. We think it's going to end this week. So pretty cool. Katie says she's working on Christmas cookies and bread flavors. Almost perfected a sugar cookie sourdough for French toast. Girl, sheesh. I'm going to have to watch my carbs around you. Holy cow, that sounds amazing. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, so Tiffany completed her time. She's going to be headed off to Korea in February. Want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to the entire Air Force aerial demonstration team, the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds, for showing us, man, just the hospitality, the family environment, bringing us into the behind-the-scenes stuff, getting to hang out in the hangars at the air shows that we attended. So many air shows. I got to reconnect with one of my crew chiefs from over 30 years ago, Dennis Malfer. who ended up being an Air Force Thunderbird in 97, 98, 98, 99, something like that. Got to see him in Dayton. He's doing very, very well, and to connect with that and have that experience. We were in service together back when we didn't have cell phones and the internet and emails and things like that. So to run into him after 30 some years was really incredible. Yeah, it was a good time. The Thunderbirds have given not only my daughter an experience, but it's given me and my family an experience as well from all the air shows up in Michigan, Ohio, Florida. Boy, where else did we go? Las Vegas. I know she's been around. She got to introduce or meet a bunch of our friends, our fans, through the Air Force Thunderbirds. So, wow, what a fantastic experience. Bill Ladd said he shared the link with our local VFW chapter 17254. I want to say that's Indiana, right? That's really cool. Karen, there's my daylight right there. Karen got to experience an incredible weekend as well. Karen's son, congratulations to him. He is a Connecticut State Trooper, I believe it is. And Karen also had a birthday. So happy birthday, Karen. Karen is one of our premier partners with the Mike Harmon racing team in Xfinity. And even when Albert or I or Nick are not around to be there, she has gotten veterans and first responders to the track to get that experience, all in the name of Safe 22 and Mike Harmon and Motorsports Diversion Therapy. So, Karen, love you. Thank you very much for all you do. Bill Ladd said his local VFW in Thailand is the Chiang Mai, Thailand VFW chapter. I had no idea we had a local VFW chapter in Thailand. Did anybody know that? Did anybody know that we had VFW chapters in Thailand? I had no idea. So very, very cool. Hey, and if you're following along on the lives on YouTube and the Book of Face, hey, thank you. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, a like, a love, a heart, a subscribe, a share, whatever you want to do there. So Karen, hey, we're going to have to get Karen on. I think Karen's going to have to come on here one of these days and talk about her experiences with Mike Harmon. She is the spouse of a Navy vet, retiree James, who did a lot with the 53 helicopters, I believe it was. I think he was a rescue guy. Ewok, if you want to tell a good story, yes, Ewok, I want to tell a great story. Why don't you come on and tell the story, my friend? Personally served with Jordan. You know what, brother? I will review that story later today, and we'll have a talk. They have 4 VFWs over there in Thailand. Wow, that's pretty cool. I can't pull that up right now, Ewok, because it'll take away from my live. But man, thank you for sharing that story with me. I'll definitely take a look at it. Ewok was a big part in my story. I remember sitting at, I think it was Michael D's or Quaker Steak and Lube. Might have even been the Bastard's Hog Roast. I can't really remember, but I think you had just told me that you were fully retired, and you had to take the 100%, and it was a struggle for you when you first started, and you had to come to terms with some things. And, you just sharing that you had gone through it at a much younger age than I had to go through it, really helped me understand that I'm not alone, right? I'm not alone in what I feel. I'm not alone in the emotions. I'm not alone in the struggles that a lot of us go through it. And you being open enough to share that time and that story with me and to let me know that it would be okay. And you would answer the phone if I called, man, really, really let me know that I truly wasn't alone. It was going to be a struggle. It was going to be hard, but there were people out there willing to listen, willing to help, give you a hand up, not necessarily a hand out. And man, Ewok, you're, yeah, thanks, man. thanks for being there. Thanks to all the leathernecks. Being an Air Force guy, I didn't know if I would fit in, if I would belong with those guys. And man, they just welcomed me in as if to say, like Ty likes to say, I'm their mascot. I was their mascot for a few years. I don't ride anymore due to injury and things like that. But, I'll still show up, support those guys. They are a huge contributor to the veterans in the local area. They've raised thousands and thousands of dollars for our people, our veterans, our local area family. Love you too, Ewok. Make sure you give that incredible wife Amanda of yours a hug and a squeeze for me, man. She's pretty incredible for having to put up with you as well. It's odd. It's a transition, right? It takes time. Some of us can do it very quickly. Some of us take a very long time. It's been almost 10 years. So actually it has been over 10 years that I've been retired, 2015. And I'm just now feeling like I'm coming into being comfortable, right? Being out. 10 years, it's been over 17 years that I quit drinking. It takes time, guys. It's not just a one and done. It's not just a change your idea, change your mindset and boom, you're fixed. It's a constant, disciplined, motivated daily grind, right? You can sit there and wallow in the things that you're not doing. And if you do that, you're going to miss the things that you could be doing. Had a conversation at the Patriot Project with an individual who was stuck on an episode from about 7-8 months ago. And while we're there at the Patriot Project, we're supposed to be celebrating and having a good time, talking with 7 different Medal of Honor winners, Silver Star guys, Bronze Stars, Purple Hearts, just a lot of valor, a lot of honor in the Patriot Project last weekend. And they were stuck in an event from February. And it's very hard sometimes to not come off as brass, crass, heartless when talking with us guys, right? Us veterans who get stuck in these moments, these thought processes, the negativity, the depression, the sadness of the event, right? And one of the things that I try to do is turn that negative into a positive, right? And you can call it cliche, you can call it whatever you want to call it. I don't care, but that's what you have to do. You have to turn those negatives into positives, no matter how gruesome, how sad, how extra they are, right? You got to turn it into a positive. Oh, there's my boy Samson. Hey, Chops. Thanks for joining in. Chops is probably sitting in his equipment, digging a ditch or drilling a line. I don't know what he's doing, but thanks for joining, Chops. Marine and artillery. That's what it was. He was artillery. So getting him out of his shell, getting him out of his negative loop in his head. Right. We took him to a counter steer event, really, really great event there. He did end up getting injured, but nobody can prove it because nobody saw it. We just think he tripped. But anyway, kudos to you and thanks for joining us today. Chops, love having you on, buddy. It's a shame you're 2.5 hours away. I'd love to have you down more often. Give them boys a squeeze for me. Hey, what were we talking about? Oh, the getting out of your shell. So, the process, while it sounds simple to talk about, is not simple in one's head. I distinctly remember saying yes to an event 8-9 years ago, whatever it was, and then regretting that decision because I would sit here and think of every negative thing that could happen with that event, right? I never brought up any positives. I was only stuck in the negatives, right? I'm going to be I'm going to be unhappy, right? I'm going to be anxious. I don't know anybody there. I've never been around these Indy cars before. These people don't know me. Man, what if I don't fit in? What if it doesn't go well? What if? And Albert let me get it out. And then he said, what if you have a good time? What if you have a good time? What if? What if you figure out that you can smile, that you can enjoy it, that you do have emotions that are not sadness and anger, that you can go to an event with a lot of people and not feel as if you're going to rip somebody's head off or bump it into you, right? What if you can go to an event and be calm and be excited and have an enjoyable experience? What if? Well, I'll tell you what if. You never know what's going to happen. You don't have a crystal ball. You can't make that decision before you've even left. And if you have made that decision before you even left, you've already lost. Get out of your shell. While your home is your sanctuary, it's your safe spot, right? The buzzword for the day. You're missing out on a lot of experiences. You really, really are. We have been able to sit with Indy 500 champions, Daytona 500 champions, drag race winners, medals of honor recipients, gold star families. We have been able to have experiences, just like AA said, experiences, strength, and hope, right? What it was like, what it's like now, and what we're doing. You have to have that goal. You have to have that vision. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable, right? You have to put yourself in positions. I think that's what so many of us did. We thrived on that. We thrived on that excitement, the not knowing, the what ifs, right? We were so prepared for all scenarios that when we come home and we're sitting at our house and all I have to do is get up and shit, shower, shave, feed my body, feed my mind, and go to bed. That's all I got to do, right? And it's hard to take care of ourselves when we don't have that mission. So my challenge to you is to find that mission, right? We're coming up on the holidays, with the Marine Corps birthday yesterday, and Veterans Day today, Thanksgiving in a couple weeks, Christmas just after that, New Year's. A lot of people go through some stuff right now, and I will tell you, I am not immune to it either, right? Just this morning, a picture of Dad in his Army gear, and it got me. A picture of Trisha's grandfather, my daughter sending a text. You never know what's going to bring those emotions up, and it's okay, right? It's okay to have those emotions. It means that you are a human being who feels things. It's okay, right? So go ahead and feel it, right? Go ahead and let yourself cry. Go ahead and let yourself get angry. In 5 to 10 minutes after you've done it, you have to shut it off. You have to stop that, and you have to tell yourself, okay, I felt it. I've processed that emotion. I don't need to go that far, that deep again. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen again. It just doesn't mean, it just means you don't have to go that deep. You don't have to hold on to that. You don't have to feel that depth of sadness and that anxiety, that anger again, because you've already felt it. So turn yourself around while in that and say, okay, I'm a human being. I felt it. It hurt. It sucked. I ain't got to do it again. I'm okay. And if you can't turn yourself around, call that number, right? Call that number. 1-833-I-SAVE-22. Shoot us an email. Call me up. If you got my number, shoot me a text. Find me on Messenger. Hey, man, I'm having a hard time letting this one go. What do I do? How can you help me? What do I need to do? I don't know what you need to do, but I'll take you to lunch. I'll take you to the golf course. I'll take you to the driving range. We'll go to a movie. We'll go to the racetrack. We'll go shopping at Home Depot. We'll sit out in the garage and you can have a cigarette, a beer. We can smoke a cigar. We can have a bonfire. I don't care, whatever you want to do. There's a sign above my back porch here. It's called the therapy porch. And again, Albert made that one up, right? And Samson, got to run. Go dig your holes, brother. I love you. You're phenomenal. Keep it up. Oh, look, T-Bone's up. T-Bone. Glad you're here, my friend. Glad you're here, my friend. I hope you had a good weekend. You were going to come down with us. You had something else that you were committed to. You couldn't make it happen. So I hope that was an eventful event for you. Eventful event. I really need to start learning some better vocabulary. Hey, yeah, get out of your way, right? You felt it. You don't have to feel it again. You're going to. It does not have to be as intense as it was before. Let yourself feel those emotions. Give yourself 5 to 10 minutes and then come back, right? We've all done it. I think we've all told each other at some point in our lives, hey, man, clean yourself up, wipe your face off, let's go back to work. You have to be your own work, right? You have to be your project. Commit and dedicate to yourself to be the best you that you can be. If there's something you don't like about yourself, change it. Make that dedication. I don't know that you're ever going to change being an emotional individual. I don't know that that's going to change. What can change is how long you stay emotional, right? How quickly can you process it? And we talk about highways and road blockages and detours and the time it takes to process certain things, right? So your initial, it was good. Thank you. Yeah. Awesome. I'm glad you got to go do it. We're going to have to get you out. We got about 25, 26 events next year for motorsports all over Ohio, the Carolinas, Virginia, probably Tennessee as well, Michigan, Pennsylvania. There's going to be a lot inside of motorsports with Carson Brown, Lex Joon. Ryan Roulette might even join us again next year. It's going to be pretty incredible time. Mike Harmon's still going to be in the mix. Don't know how much he's going to be doing in the Xfinity series. He is picking up a truck, or he has a truck, and he'll be racing some truck races next year. The IHRA, NHRA, quite possibly. There's going to be a lot of that going around. We have at least 2 golf outings next year, 2 fundraisers for us next year, 1 in Ohio, 1 in the Carolinas. And hey, we're always looking to do more, right? So if you want to sponsor an event, if you want to have us come out and be there, hey, we'll do it, right? Just hook us up. Give us the info. Let's see if we can't put that email address on here somewhere. Where did it go? We'll put mine up with Tuesday Talk. Tuesday Talk right there. You can always get a hold of me on Tuesday Talk. You can always email us at info@save22.vet. But we're talking about right now being locked in the negativity, right? With the season that's coming up. We lost a couple brothers this year, and it's going to be their family's first holidays without them. And those are tough, right? And it's like something's missing, right? Yeah, it's like something's missing. And it's never going to be the same. It's not. That's just it. That's the way our life is. They were called home. They are no longer here. They are in heaven. Whatever you believe, Valhalla. They are where they are. The bottom line is they're not here with us. And we have to be the best that we can be and live that life worthy of their sacrifice, whether they died in battle across the pond, whether they died here with the battle at home with PTSD and suicide, whatever it is, we have to continue going on. So I will challenge you that when you think about the ones that are gone, that are no longer here with us during the next few weeks with the holidays and everything, I will challenge you to smile. Don't think about how they died. Think about how they lived. Think about how they made you feel when they were around. Think about the things that they taught you. Think about how they made you feel when you were together, right? Those are the things that you need to to be thinking about, because we can all get locked into the negativity and the loss and the sadness. But we have to remember that we're still here, right? We're still here. We still impact others. We still have a job to do, to be the best human being that we can be, the best version of ourselves. So that would be how I would go through the holidays this year. It's not easy. It's not easy. Don't get me wrong. I have to step away sometimes, go over to the bathroom or out to the back porch or the garage, or just get away for a second and, let those emotions come for 1 to 2 minutes. And my mom's going down for their veterans celebration at the store. So Mom, we'll talk to you later. Yeah, we'll be over there. I think we have a family dinner with Mom this week at her living facility. So that'll be kind of neat. Or actually that's next week that we have that going on. Go ahead and feel it, right? Go ahead and feel it. Take that 1 to 2 minutes, go to the bathroom, go to the garage, have a cigarette, have a beer if that's what you do. Don't get too inebriated. Smoke a cigar. Talk to them. Talk to the ones that aren't here, right? I must say thanks or hi or how am I doing or whatever to guys every day. I say something. Gosh, there's so many of them. Bob Kraus, John Ash, Curtis, the unknown, the unnamed, right? The ones that we don't remember their names, we forgot about. My dad, my uncles, whoever it is, just go ahead and give that conversation up. Give them that. Give it to them. You're not crazy, right? You're driving in your truck. You have a feeling. You feel like it's something that Dad would have said or something that your buddy would have done or whatever. Smile. Give them a knuckle. Give them a high five while you're sitting there. Whatever you do, go ahead and do it again. Get it out, man. It's not crazy. I promise you, it's not crazy. So many of us will sit around a bonfire and talk about the things that we do when nobody's watching, and the emotions that we have and the feelings that come through us. And it's okay. It's okay. We are unique, right? We're unique. 3% of this country has served, and even less than that has been in combat, and even less than that has witnessed the trials and tribulations of war up close and personal, right? So do whatever it is you need to do. Yeah. That's about all I got on that one. I feel like I'm kind of diving down deep into that one, and I want to get out of that. If it works, it's never crazy. Ewok, you ain't wrong. If it works, it's not crazy. I cannot rebut that. That's good stuff, brother. That's good stuff. Excellent point. We are going to be at the Veterans Lunch at the Sam Center in Canal Fulton this Friday around 11:30. Thank you to Jody and Lucia and everybody at the Sam Center for putting this on. It's going to be pretty awesome. Looking forward to it. If you're in the Canton area, Canal Fulton area, please swing by. I don't believe you have to register, but if you do, get a hold of the Sam Center and come out and hang out with us on Friday. Tonight, I'll be on the Strip in North Canton, Ohio. Red Robin, the military liaison there, Allison Dudley, called up yesterday and asked us to join. So I'm going to go ahead and join. I'll have a table set up. I'll have a little bit of information. Maybe you sign up for our email newsletter when that starts. Not really sure how we're going to do it tonight. It's only for 2 hours. They are offering, I believe it's a burger and fries for free for the veteran this evening from 5 to 7 on the Strip in North Canton. Thank you to Allison Dudley for the invitation to be there and just make ourselves available to those that might be struggling on this Veterans Day. So thank you to that. Wow. Ohio Means Jobs on the 21st. That's next Friday, right? Not this Friday, but next Friday. Ohio Means Jobs on 30th Street. We'll be out there for a Veterans Resource Fair. I will read you, I think, exactly what they asked me to. We will help ensure attendees walk away with meaningful connections and resources, a great way to showcase our services and deepen the community impact. That's what we're going to be doing up at the Ohio Means Jobs event next Friday, 30th Street, Canton, Ohio. Be there or be square. I got to find up another tagline. That one's not working too well. Hey, I also want to give a shout out to Molly Carlin and the CAVA, Cleveland Area Veterans. They provide homewares, furniture, plates, microwave, stove, oven, refrigerator, couch, bed, things like that to rehomed homeless veterans. And last week we made a deal, and that deal included our former Safe 22 truck is now going to be the CAVA truck. It was not conducive to what we were doing with Safe 22 anymore. And CAVA really needed a vehicle to help deliver those things. They deliver 2 and 3 apartments a day sometimes, and they needed a bigger vehicle. So we're very happy that we were able to help them out, Molly and the CAVA up there in Cleveland. They're going to be utilizing our former Safe 22 merchandise truck for their furniture deliveries. So kudos and good luck to the CAVA, Molly Carlin up in Cleveland. Hope it all works out for you. Albert is traveling today. Matt is also traveling, doing something more important than this, and that's okay. Look for us in 2026 to be even bigger, better. Hopefully this will transition into a little better show for everyone. I struggle with it, right? It's an everyday thing. You're not the only one. You got to get up and you got to do it. You got to do the little stuff that'll make the big stuff, right? But you got to take that first step. You got to show up. You got to make it happen. If you're scared, do it anyway, right? I remember our little friend in where was I? Virginia International Raceway, Sonia Burkett, 5'1", walking up to me and putting her hand on my chest and saying, there's something bigger for you. I don't know what it is, but keep going. Keep coming back. Keep going. There's more for you. You never know what's around the corner, guys. You really don't. Don't end your life simply because of one little thing that might seem like the biggest thing that's ever happened to you. I promise you, we will get through it. As Dave says, we'll get through it together. Pick up that phone, make a phone call somebody, send an email, show up, come see us at one of these little events. Hey, man, if you're struggling today, we'll be up at Red Robin tonight, right? Just come hang out. I'll have an extra chair. You can sit with me. We can talk to others. It really doesn't impact my efforts at all doing Save 22, right? You're not going to take anything away from me or anyone else. This is what we do. We make ourselves available to you if you're struggling in the areas that you're going to be in. We show up where you are, right? We're not making special events. We're not doing anything like that. We're going to show up where you are. So that's what we're doing. We're going to be at Red Robin. We're going to be at the Sam Center. We're going to be at Ohio Means Jobs. We're at the racetracks. Just get out, come out. And if you are struggling, say something. You see our, wrong side. You see our Save 22 emblem, our logo anywhere, right? You see the struggling, let's talk. You see I got your 6 tattoo right there. You see the Save 22 tattoo. Anytime you see any of these things, it's a veteran saying, look, man, I am there for you as well. My service never stops. So it's not crazy to just walk up, give a nod, shake a hand, say, thanks for being here. You never know who you're going to impact. Like I said, we had the 80-some-year-old veteran came up to us this weekend at South Boston and he said that he attempted suicide in 1989 and had never said anything about it. So he was very grateful for us being there. I want to say, I know that that Albert had some impactful conversations. He's traveling, like I said today. Maybe he'll be able to stop by tonight and see us up at Red Robin. We might even do a live on the old Tiki Tack this afternoon. Mine, Johnny Flyboy, check us out. Maybe we'll do one of those tonight up at the Red Robin. Want to give a big shout out to Crystal. Crystal Thomas brought some friends of hers down to help out at the Lex Joon event, the IHRA at Dunn, North Carolina this weekend. And it looked like, from the pictures that I did get, a very, very successful and well-to-do event. So thank you to that. I want to say hey to my buddy Harlan Neal as well, with Shirley's kids and Shirley Muldowney. Harlan, I love getting your texts, my friend. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep showing up. And I'll see you in 2026, my friend. So thank you. Well, guys, that's about really all I got today. We did the updates. We told you about the dog initiative coming with Carson Brown Motorsports, Pepper Jack Kennels. We talked about Lex. We talked about South Boston, Ward and Jeb Burton, Mark Clements, Tom Dano, everything that they did. Sarah down there, who actually runs the WardBurton Wildlife Foundation, had a great experience with her as well. Yeah, wow, just phenomenal. Just amazing, the things that can happen when you just go and show up, right? So if you're struggling, let's talk. I'm going to go ahead and play our music one more time. I'm going to give it a closeout. Thank you to everybody that joined on the YouTube live, the chat. Send us an email. Find us on your socials. Like, follow, subscribe. We are up to 133 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you very much. I think when we started, we had like 27. So really, really thank you. We've been almost a year at this on Tuesday Talk Live on the YouTube channel. So, it's still coming, right? We're still working on it. We're still making things happen. We're still trying certain things. Yeah. Just doing our thing, guys. Just doing our things. Once again, Red Robin tonight on the Strip, 5 to 7. I'll be there around 4:30. Say hi, shake a hand, drop me a 20, a 10, a 5, 100. Hey, if you can do it, I'll take 20 grand, right? None of this stuff is free, but we are all volunteers. So thank you, everyone, for listening, attending, joining in on the conversation. We're going to start planning these out a little bit better so we can have more in-depth conversations, more guests to join in with us. The end of the season, racing is typically our biggest one, right? That's our biggest involvement. So Tuesdays are a little tough for some guys. But Bill, good to see you too from Thailand, my friend. Take care of yourself over there. We're going to have to get you on one of these days. Please share some of your experiences as well. So Ewok, T-Bone, Chops, Karen, Katie, who else got in? Boy, you guys are always great, man. Thank you for doing all this. Thank you for joining in, taking time out of your day to be here for me, for us. And remember that our service never ends. So thank you to everyone. We're going to go ahead and I think they call it fade to black. But we're going to put the music on right now. And we're going to call it good, if at all. There it is. All right. Okay. Nope. Wrong one. We should probably do like a blooper reel or something, shouldn't we?